So here we go. Our map, and I'm not going to pull it up, but you are starting with moles. Whoops. Your line's going to be right there. Then you have moles. And then you have grams. Does that sound familiar? Looking at your map. All right, and there was an arrow there and an arrow there. If you went 2 arrows, that meant your picket fence had 2 vertical lines. What do you always start with? What you're given. Let's go blue today. What number and unit am I given? 7 moles of what? All right. Some of you are already, like, you get it, so you just write 7K or 7 moles. I really, just for your own benefit, please write out the whole thing. I know it's a pain in the butt, but if you don't write exactly what goes here, then you might not put exactly the right thing that goes there. All right, what comes down every single time? All right, whatever's there goes down. So I'm going to write moles of K. I'm on this step on my map, and that's the step for the ratio of coefficients, right? Ratio of coefficients is always moles of what I was given under moles of what? What I want, which is KF. Are you all right with that? When I cross the line, I'm always going from my given to my unknown. So to get rid of my given, it needs to be on the bottom. To go to my known, it needs to be on unknown, it needs to be on top. All right, now, if moles KF is up there, what has to come down here? Moles of KF. And what's this step called that we're doing right now? It's written on the arrow, somebody. Gram formula mass. Gram formula mass is always the mass of the thing per 1 mole. So on top I have grams of KF. Add that together. I think it was 56, wasn't it? 58. And then I never did put these numbers. What goes here? Where do you find what goes in front of K? By looking in front of K. What goes in front of KF? The thing that's in front of KF. Now, don't waste your time. You don't need to put 2 over 2 in your calculator. Those can reduce to 1, right? So now multiply 7 by 58, and you should get your answer is 408, 406. Who had that right? Raise your hands. That's not a bad start. Hold on, keep them up for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. None of you guys did? What'd you do wrong? Do you know? Okay. And then probably out of order then. Okay. Do you see the steps on the map, the order of that? Okay. Sierra, did you get it wrong? What? You mind telling me what wrong? Do you know? Okay. All right. So you got 812. Was 812? Okay. Like that's an easy fix. Bree, do you know what you did wrong? Do you have this set up even close? This. Okay. All right. Like little mistakes that aren't that hard to fix. Now, they lead to really wrong answers. But we can fix little problems and get right answers, I promise. Okay. Let's do another one. That was only, I can't remember, was that 8 people? Got that right? Okay. And you can do this wherever you want. This is not in your homework, but this would be the next problem. It's how many grams of oxygen to completely react with 4 moles of C3H8. I would like you to try it. If you're with me, take a nap or something. But most of you are not with me, as evidenced of 837 of you. Got it correct. You have to balance it. And if you're not good at balancing, this is a combustion reaction. Try and follow the rules for a combustion reaction. I will balance it for you in about a minute, and then you can do the math. You'll just wait. That's the way to learn. Don't try. Just have someone do it for you.
I mean, if it happens.
Yeah. So we got it balanced 2, 10, 6, 8. Now we got to do the math. I'm solving for grams of oxygen. Then I'm starting with 4 moles of C3H8. This unit always goes where?
Down.
It always goes down. So moles, C3H8. What number did I have in front of that? A 2. Come on. Bless you. Now, on my map, this is the step of the ratio of coefficients, right? Yes. Which is always moles of what I was given to moles of what I want. What moles do I want?
O2.
O2. What's in front of O2? A 10. Now look, I can't remember. I know Josiah was 1 and someone over there had a 5 and a 1. Does math care if you divide 10 by 2 or 5 by 1? Math doesn't care. So it wouldn't matter if you reduced it. It will save you time in your calculator if you do, though. What unit has to come down here? Moles of O2. And this step I'm on is the GFM, which means 1 mole for every whatever the mass is of O2. And this is where the overwhelming majority of people mess up. It's moles of O2 or grams of O2. Most of you put grams of O. So it's 2 O's, which is 32 grams per 1 mole. 640. Okay, who had at least 640 or 320? Raise your hands. They had it, didn't they? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's almost everybody. How did what? Ask. The molar mass of oxygen on the periodic table is 16, but there's 2 of them, so it's 16 times 2. Okay. Yeah. Because O's diatomic. So it's always attached to another one. All right, I need 100% focus because we're going to move to the next step, which is not any harder. Like, yeah, almost everyone actually thinks this one's easier because, look, grams to moles can be moles to grams, and sometimes you get them backwards and you screw everything up. Grams to grams is always grams to grams. So commit to me that you won't just quit and stare at the screen. Oh, all right. Sounds good to me. Whoops. Let's go to our map right here. So here we go. Please look at your map now. Let's just use this cute little heart. Here we go. What we're going to do right now. Blanchard, are you paying attention? It's all right. You. Well, the problem is that Joe can learn without paying attention, but the 2 people behind him can't. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to help you get a better grade. Here we go. Look at what I'm doing. Look at the screen, please. What we're going to do next is go from grams of one thing to grams of another thing. So how many times did I have to move my heart? Good answer. 3. So how many vertical lines? 3. And the steps to do that are right here. I first use the gram formula mass of my given. Every time there's a mole, it's 1 right there, if you want to put that 1 there and a 1 there. The only times moles aren't 1s is in your ratio of coefficients. All right? So once again, we use gram formula mass, then ratio of coefficient. That's mole to mole, right? And then gram formula mass for my unknown. Now, it's a lot of writing, but it's really not that, it's not that bad, I promise. Well, it might be bad, but it's not very hard. So, hey, here we go. Holy cow, I was right. That was a really bad erasing job. Let's see if I can do this without erasing. Oh, just PR'd right there. All right, here we go. Now, is this the same one on the top, page 12?
Yeah.
Okay, turn to page 12.
11.
Page 11, I mean, 11. All right. So here we go. The first thing you have to do is balance this equation, which I already did. What in the world happened?
And like after you let go, like all the stuff like disappears. Weird.
I was so proud. It was like my PR didn't even happen. Like they didn't actually catch it on film. And you don't even have a time. Or the wind blew the bar off. You got to love those days. So this was a 79, right?
Yeah.
Is that about right? This is a disaster. Just balance it and then we'll walk through it together.
Yeah.
All right, so to balance this, you would follow the following steps. I already did it. But you see a 2 and a 3. That means you do the swapperee. So 3 goes in front of the 2 goes in front of the 3, and you're left with a 4. Everyone all right with that? Okay, then the problem gives me grams, and it asks for grams. That's all this was trying to tell you. So the given was 79 grams of Al2O3. You with me? Now, I'm going to teach you a little trick here. It's a little cheesy, but it goes by a country song called Meet in the Middle by Diamond Rio. Does anyone know that song? Yeah, all right. So I won't sing it. Don't even ask. But essentially it says, I'll start walking your way, you start walking mine, and we'll meet in the middle beneath the old Georgia pine. All right, so that might, what the freak is he talking about this time? What? It'll make sense in a minute. Who's singing it? Cronin? Who's singing it? Oh, we tried to look it up on YouTube, but it's prohibited. Now, what's stupid about the music video, by the way, I've seen it before, is that he drives a Jeep to the tree. The words say that you're going to walk, but he gets in his white Jeep and shows up underneath the Georgia pine. Anyway, I'll shut up. Just watch and you'll see what I mean. Or ignore me and write in your lab partner's lab book. Thank you. Here we go. This is for your own benefit that I go this slow. My given is 79 grams of Al2O3. Everybody with me? What unit always comes down? The same one. So grams Al2O3. Now I'm not going to fill the numbers in yet. I'm going to fill the picket fence out. Grams is always listed per what? Always. For 1 mole of the exact same thing every single time. Now, stick with me. Look at the screen. Thank you for the 2 of you that actually looked at the screen. This unit goes where? It goes down. So I have mole Al2O3. Then there's nothing else to tell me what to go here. So now, if you follow this, it will help you a ton. Now go to the end and work your way backwards. What are you solving for at the end? Grams of Al, which means what unit has to be here at the end? Grams of Al. And grams is always listed per 1 mole of the same thing. And now look at the screen. If this unit right here is down there, what unit must go up there? The same one, mole Al. And we met in the middle beneath our beautiful Georgia pine on our long walk in my Jeep. That's a roll cage. That's not bad for Tom Davidson's skills. You wouldn't know I'm married to an artist, would you? It's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. Now, I got a crap load of numbers to fill in, don't I? So we better figure out where do they go. Where do you find the thing that has a G? What? Thank you, a mole load. All right, so how do you calculate grams? You go to the periodic table. I feel like you know what to do, but you don't know how to answer this question. You go to the periodic table, find their molar mass, multiply them each by how many there are, and then add them together. Right? 104? What, Graves? I don't like the way you're looking at me today. That's my job. I get paid to boss you. Don't even start. I think this is 104. 102, give or take 2. What number? Where do you find the numbers that go in front of these things? In front of those things. So what's in front of AL? 4. What's in front of AL 203? 2. Then this last one, what's the mass of AL? 27. Then I got to do some math. I highly recommend a calculator with parentheses, or type the top, type the bottom, then divide the two answers. Now, if you're paying attention to me, you can cross out the 4 and the 2 and just reduce that to 2 over 1. That will save you a step in your calculator, because 4 halves is 2. And then do it. I need everyone to type it in so I know everyone knows how to type it in. The answer is something. 41.8 is right, thank you. Please, everybody type it in and see if you can get the right answer. If you use your phones on these, they can be backstabbers. And it's not that your phone calculator sucks, it's that you suck at using your phone calculator. You got this, D-Rod? Okay. Where? Oh, that sounds questionable. That sounds questionable. Well, you don't work here. They can't fire you if you stumble onto something bad.
I'll do it on your computer.
Who's going to fire Zimmer when he has a gun? Did everybody accurately type in and get 41.8? It's okay, boy. Have some confidence, my friend. All right. You guys are so mature. All right. Let's try another one. But let's do it in your homework. So this would be page, what are you on now? Page 14. No, page 15 now. Look at number 43 on page 15. Well, I'm not offended. Migraine. So, number 43. What? Everybody try number 43. Quit talking, quit complaining, just do it and get it right. Is that bossy, Zach?
Oh, wait a second. I don't think you're bossy enough. I'd like you to boss a little more.
Thank you. Number 43 in your homework on page 15, I believe. Hold on. Oh, man. Hopefully you can balance this one. Okay, give this a shot. I'm going to pause this. Miranda, you're in charge of me unpausing it. Let's do this. So here we go. Hey, as I walked around, most of you had this right. But I'm a smart teacher, so I only walk around and look at the peoples I know that got it right. I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. So what's our given here? 20 grams of MgCO3. I got to skinny this puppy up. I wish I could just do this to my belly. All right. This is 84 grams MgCO3. Now look, please. If you're lost on this part, but you get the rest, that's actually okay. Like, we can fix that problem quick. So if you're like, I get everything but that number, we can fix that. Now, don't make Cole make any noises. Anytime you write grams, it's per what? 1 mole of the exact same thing, MgCO3. Then, what goes down here? Mole MgCO3. Then I get stuck, so this is where I'm going to meet in the middle, but I got to start walking this way now. So what am I asking you to solve for? Grams of who?
MgO.
MgO, which means what goes here?
Grams of MgO.
Grams of MgO. Anytime I write grams, I repeat myself a lot, so you'll learn it. It's per what? 1 mole MgO. And if this unit is here, what goes there for our Georgia pine?
1 mole.
Mole MgO. Now I got to fill in the numbers. I'll put those in red. So the balancing is easy. It's a 1, it's a 1, and this one wasn't hard, was it? Was this 40?
Yeah.
So now I do some magical math, and it's 9.5 grams of MgO. Who had 9.5? Raise your hands. Front row. Thank you. I just want to feel some positive vibes. Zanuck, nothing? I'm sorry. Nat? I will look at it. Laura, did you have it right? Okay. Next time you have it right and they don't, I'm giving you a U. Okay. Stuff just got real in here, right? All right. Here we go. Number 44. Do you want me to help you with the chemistry and you do the math? Someone read it to me.
If 60 grams of gold with 3 chloride decomposes into its elements, how many grams of gold will be produced?
All right, thank you. So here we go. I'll help you with the chemistry. I was just writing that for my brain. That might not help you. Graves, are you getting anything out of today? You're looking at his phone more than anything. What? Okay. Look. This is hard. And I look at every single one of you, and like, I don't know what's going on inside your brains. I don't know if you're paying any attention anymore. Because your bodies are present, but your minds are hardly ever here, almost all of you. And so, like, it's so much harder to teach than 10 years ago. Let's just put it that way. And it's not because you're dumber. I'm not saying that at all. It's because you're doing 20 things in your head at all. You're thinking of whoever's not in the state right now. You're thinking who's in the state. Oh, okay, good. You're thinking, all right, how many people liked my picture? How many people are checking my story? What do I have to do after school today? What are the sports I'm going to do? Why is this happening to me? Why do my parents suck? Why is puberty so awkward? Like, you have 20 million things going on in your head. But remember, look, I had a few of those things, but most of the distractions in your life, you're actively choosing. Just fine. We need distractions, but man, so I'm not picking on you, but I'm like, is she getting what she needs to get? And if I don't see you looking at the screen, I get like stressed because I don't want to reteach this during B time. I want to teach it right now. I want you to learn it, and I want you to have fun in a very weird way, doing something hard that's actually pretty easy in the long run. So should I stop talking? A-L-C-L, sorry, this is a U. That's why you looked at me weird, huh? AuCl3 decomposes into its elements, which means it's Au plus Cl2. Sorry, I get on soapboxes. It's good for my quads, though. It wasn't funny. That was pleasant. Okay, I'm going to balance this. If you can't balance, then at least do the math after I tell you. This is a 2-3 swap. Did you see that that one was? Like, does this make sense why this one is, but the other one wasn't? Okay. I feel like something clicked a few minutes ago. Okay. Anybody want me to just tell them what gold 3 chloride is?
Yes, please.
It's 303.5, I think. Is it not? It doesn't matter. A 0.5 out of 300 is essentially 0.
So you just put 3.
So I would put 303. It's my favorite band. That's a lie, by the way. But they did have one song that made me laugh a lot. That's the massive AuCl3.
Sorry.
It's
All right,
fine.
so here we have the
I didn't
answer is
even know
39.
I didn't even know
And we're
that
done.
Travis and Cole knew.